Hello students, so here it's Hiral Shah and please welcome back in my YouTube channel. So till the date we did so many methods regarding complex variable and I think we have completed 24 to 25 lectures till the date, and today I'm going to start one more new topic, and the name of the topic is given here, and the name of the topic is analytic functions. So let me clear one thing. This one is very much important for the exam rather than our previous methods. So previously we did I think 7 to 8 methods, and hope it's no need to repeat its name, and hope you all understood very nicely. And before starting our today's session, hope you like my all the videos and subscribe my channel. So let's start with our today's session, and in this session I'm going to give some highlights of this particular topic, and again repeating the name of the topic is given analytic functions, and here you can see that there are so many name of the methods I have written here. So basically first we will start with the definitions of the particular topic. Then after we will do the new topic limits, then after continuity, then differentiability, analytic functions, Cauchy-Riemann equations, harmonic functions, conjugate harmonic functions, properties of analytic function, the constructions of analytic functions, and the Milne's theorem method. So these all are very much important, guys. So I will not choose any one because these all the methods are very much important for the exams. And from these topics, it may be possible to come 7 marks examples also. So let's start with basic definitions, yani ki basic examples. Right now I'm not going to start with the definitions. I'm just giving some basic instructions and examples of the complex number. And here you can see that here it's given a representation. And here I have written z equals to x plus iy can be decomposed into real and imaginary parts. Of course, the meaning of this is given that z equals to x plus iy, and the particular function z equals to x plus iy we can convert, we can decompose in two parts, and the name of the part is given the real and imaginary. Of course, we can split these functions into the real and the imaginary parts, and we find that w equals to f of z can also be decomposed, and in mathematically we can see that w equals to u of x comma y plus I into the v of x comma y. Okay, it means I mean to say, if we can represent z equals to x plus iy, then if we can apply one more new variable, if we will add one more new variable, and that is in the terms of, I'm highlighting, guys, this one, I'm taking this one new variable, new functions, that w equals to f of z, then also we can represent these functions in these real and the imaginary parts. So I'm applying for this particular component that u plus iv. Here I have applied for the z, that x plus iy, as well as we can apply for the w or f of z equals to u plus iv. So here it's one more component we can relate with the complex z. Okay. So now I'm starting with the examples. In all the examples, you have to just identify mostly real and the imaginary parts of the particular functions. Okay. So let's start with the examples, guys. And the first question is given: write the function f of z equals to z square plus 2 plus I in the form of z, in the form of u plus iv. So Here I have given one function f of z, and these functions you have to convert into the u plus iv form. Yani ki you have to find its real and its imaginary part. So now see, from the given function we know the values of z. Okay, so putting z equals to x plus iy. Of course we can put in place of z x plus iy, yani ki real plus imaginary number. So I'm just putting these values into the given equation, yani ki z square plus 2 plus I. So putting this equation here, now after simplifying the term you can write here x square minus y square plus 2ixy. Actually the last term will be I square y square and the values of I square will be minus 1. So that's why I have written here minus y square plus 2ixy plus 2 as it is plus I as it is. So now splitting the terms, decomposing the terms in real into the imaginary parts. So real numbers are given here x square minus y square plus 2, and the imaginary parts we can say that I into the bracket 2xy plus 1. So this one will be your real parts and this one will be your imaginary parts. So we just identified its real and the imaginary parts. Continue with the next example, and the question is given: find the value of the real number of f of z and imaginary parts of f of z at the indicated point where f of z is given 1 upon 1 minus z at the point 7 plus 2i. Okay, so here it's given two components, real parts of f of z and the imaginary parts of f of z. We know the equation of real parts, that is that will be I'm writing here guys, the real parts will be z plus z bar upon 2. So this is a real parts of z, but here it's given the real parts of f of z. So in place of z we will apply f of z function. So the function will be f of z plus the bar of f of z upon the 2. And for the imaginary parts that we will do in our next slides. Okay, so starting with the real parts. So one of I'm writing here, and we know the values of f of z, and that is given 1 upon 1 minus z, and the bar of f of z that will be definitely 1 upon 1 minus z bar. Now just simplifying, now just doing the cross multiplication. Okay, and you can write this term, and here I have written z into the z bar equals to, of course we can write mod z bar whole square, and this one we did previously in the basic formulas of complex numbers. So now next, z plus z bar, in place of that you can write 2 into the z bar, right? I mean divided by 2, but 2 will be cancelled, so it will be 2 into the real number of z, and same here in the denominator also. Okay, and now we need this real parts at the specifically point 7 plus 2i. Okay, so in place of range real parts of z we will write 7 plus 2i, and it's given real parts of z, yani ki you have to write only your real parts. So from 7 plus 2i, what will be your real parts? And definitely it will be 7, right? So I'm writing here only 7, and as well as in the denominator this one will be 2 into the real parts, yani ki 7. Okay, and at the last just do the simplification, you will get the real parts of f of z. And same we will apply for the imaginary parts, and as you know the equation of the imaginary parts, and I'm writing here so that you can recall your equation, and this one will be z minus z bar upon 2 into the I, and again this one we did in our previous sessions. and definitely here we will write for the imaginary parts of f of z. So in place of z we will apply f of z. Okay, and then after putting its values and giving this simplification, after giving and again reminding this z into z bar equals to, we can write the mod z whole square, and this one definitely you have to find for the particular point 7 plus 2i. So I'm writing this equation and you will get the final answer. So see guys, here one more thing, here it's not given imaginary, because here this one is no it's being, sorry, z minus z bar, yani ki we can apply this one, the imaginary parts of this. Okay, or else you can directly write z and the values of z bar, z yani ki 7 plus 2i and z bar yani ki 7 minus 2i. Okay, so both method is available, you can do whatever you like. Okay, and यहाँ से आप लोग माइनस कॉमन निकाल सकते हो नीचे, then in the denominator it will be z plus z bar, and in place of z plus z bar you can again write something. Okay, or else you can do by this method as I did here. So this one will be your final answer. Now next one, again this one is so very much easy example guys. See, the question is given, find the real and imaginary parts of f of z equals to z squared plus 3z. So as you know all, in place of z you will write this one will be x. I'm writing here guys, I'm not writing properly, z plus I y. Okay, uh 1 minute guys. Okay, so here you can see that I have written the value of z equals to x plus iy. So in the function whatever given in the into the equation, that is given x z squared plus 3z. So in place of z we will put this equation x plus iy, and then after you will separate the variables, separate the components of real and the imaginary parts. Okay, so just do the simplification, and you will get the equation in the form of this x square minus y square plus 3x plus imaginary, yani ki I am taking common I into the bracket, it will be 2xy plus 3y. So this one will be your real parts, and this one will be your imaginary parts as I have written here. Now next one is given, write the function f of z equals to z plus 1 upon z in form of f of z equals to u of r comma theta plus I v r of theta. So definitely from the equation you can take one supposition that previously slides you were converting in the Cartesian form, right? And here you can see that it's given you have to convert into the polar form. So in place of z you have to put for the polar, you have to use for the polar z equals to e raised to I theta, okay, into the r, and so that the value of 1 upon z will be 1 upon r e raised to minus 1 upon e raised to I theta, and that will be actual e raised to minus I theta. Okay, now just putting the values of this. See guys, again repeating these equations we did in our previous sessions of the complex number, at where we did the basic formulas of the complex number. Okay, so putting the values of this, and as you know all, e raised to y theta yani ki c theta, and c theta yani ki cos theta plus I sin theta. So just putting its value, and as well as e raised to minus I theta yani ki cos theta minus I theta. Now separating the real and the imaginary parts, and definitely you can get this one. So this one will be your real and this one will be your imaginary parts. And here it's given fifth example, and the question is given, if w equals to f of z equals to 2iz plus 6z bar. Here it's given z bar. So in place of z, the values of z you will convert into the z bar form. Then find u and v. So here you have to find the values of u and v, yani ki real and the imaginary parts, and also find the values of f, yani ki f of z at the point z equals to 1/2 plus 4i. Okay, so by taking a point 1/2 plus 4i, you have to find f of z. So this one is very easy, guys. Let's start with the f of z, and f of z is given 2iz plus 6z bar. So you know the values of z first of all. So as you can see that I put the value of z and z bar, yani ki x minus iy, and then after you can see that into the equation you have to find the values of u and v, right? So values of u and v yani ki real and the imaginary parts. So here separating the functions, 6x minus 2y will be your real, and 2x minus 6y will be your imaginary part. Okay, now the another one is given, find the values of f, yani ki f of z. f of z आपको find करना है, यानी कि this one you have to find, and this is at the particular point z equals to 1/2 plus 4i. Okay, so it means in place of z we will put this one function. So putting this one is wrong, guys. I have written here. I was just trying with this method also. This one is no need to do, guys. Okay, so let's start with this part. And here you can see that w yani ki f of z is given into the equation 2iz plus 6z bar. Okay, so in place of z I am putting this component as it is given into the equation. So by using this in place of z, and here it's given z bar, this is z and this is your z bar. So z bar definitely it will be 1/2 minus 4i. And now just opening the bracket and separating the real and the imaginary parts, definitely you will get this term, yani ki that will be minus 5 minus 21i. Now next it's given, write the function f of z equals to z square minus z plus 2 in the polar form. Okay, and as it is given asked for the polar form, you will write in place of z r into the e raised to I theta, as I have written here, guys, r into the e raised to I theta. Okay, and if you are converting it into the polar form, then you will use, definitely you will use x plus I by form, but here it's given for the polar form, so we are taking r e raised to I theta. Okay, and e raised to I theta yani ki that will be your c theta, and c theta yani ki cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, now z square yani ki this one whole square, so that will be r square e raised to I 2 theta minus z, this one also observe, guys, minus z, and z yani ki r e raised to I theta plus 2 I have written here. Okay, now here it's given e raised to I 2 theta, yani ki cis 2 theta, we can call like this. So this one will be cos 2 theta plus I sin 2 theta minus r into the cis theta, yani ki cos theta plus I sin theta plus 2. So now multiplying this, then after do the simplification and please separate the real and imaginary parts. So you will get this one as a real part and this one component as an imaginary parts. So in this session, guys, we only did the representation of the components, then how we can separate into the real as well as the imaginary parts. So hope guys, you would like my today's session, and now in our next session we will do one more new method. We will start with the limit method. So till that, please do this all the practice, guys. Thank you. We will meet in our next session.